Hello guys, how are you? Karibuni sana to yet another episode of Tupike. This is your favorite chef, Chef Hamadi Murila from I Cook You Eat. And this is KTN, and this is the best place you can always get your favorite recipes with your favorite chefs from all over the country and all over the world. So we are here today preparing a very sumptuous dish. You want to prepare pilau. And pilau is always prepared with a set of ingredients that are not very hard to find, very available in the market. We have pilau masala here. We have beef cubes here that we're going to use just to spice it up a little bit. And then we have cooking oil, we have tomato paste, we have blended tomatoes, we have blended this into a paste. And then we have ginger and garlic, we have onions, and then we have salt. Then we have our rice here. This is the rice we're going to use. It's long grain rice. This is very good rice, especially for pilau. You can be rest assured that with this kind of rice, you're going to have a very nice final dish on the table. So without wasting much time, we are going to go here to just have to lighten this up. We are using a non-stick cooking pot. Yes. So I'm going to introduce my cooking oil. This is the first thing I'm going to introduce here. With pilau, you have to ensure that you have enough cooking oil for it, because most of the pilau ingredients normally sip in the oil. So you don't want to cook something too dry for people. So we'll allow the oil to heat kidogo. Today we are shooting with I Cook You Eat. I am Hamadi, as I said, from I Cook You Eat. We do your favorite events, your weddings, your birthdays, your wedding anniversaries, and many other events that you do. We do also office lunches and surprises for special people, and family dinners as well, and lunches. So we'll proceed without much induction cookers and many other. So far so good. They're almost browning. And then we now start adding, maybe we now start add the, we'll now add this. Very well set and ready. Garlic and ginger. You can add this separately or you can add at the same time. Just make sure that they're all well blended or grounded to give you a nice final. So before they brown to a much crunchy level, we have individuals who normally want this to brown together with the garlic and ginger. There's no mistake in that. We'll also try that out. Let me just add this. We've added our ginger and garlic. We allow them to brown. When they will start browning, we'll now start adding as it proceeds. I'm going to add these cubes. Yes. So you want to do the addition of the ingredients. Then I'll come back to show you how this is very well prepared after adding the rice. So we are now going to add our pilau masala at this stage. This is about we have not put too much of it. You can always add as you cook, but this is just enough. We allow the pilau masala to cook. Let it cook for some time. You can feel the aroma of the pilau masala. You can cover it just to ensure that most of the flavors don't really escape that spot, because you also want to get that taste and flavor from the pilau as you prepare it. After a few seconds, you can turn it. This also helps you to ensure that nothing burns. We add our tomato paste. These are the blended tomatoes, sorry. We're going to add these ones first. That's nice. After that, it will not take much time because they're blended, so they cook very fast. You're going to add the paste. You've added about 2 tablespoons of the paste. The reason for this mixing is to ensure that these spices mix well. Set that aside. We are done with this. So we allow this to cook for about 1 minute or so. Sorry, 45 seconds or so. That's amazing. You can have a look at the color, how it looks and how it actually appears to the eye. So if you're using this long grain rice for pilau, I think you can see this is a measuring jug. You're doing exactly 2 cups. You're using 2 cups of rice. For every 2 cups of rice, we are going to use 4 cups of water. These are 4 cups. So you're going to put this. to cook first. We'll allow that to cook, and then cover this and allow it to boil together with the ingredients so that it mixes up well. And then we're going to proceed immediately after the water boils. We're going to add the rice and then continue. So just keep it there, don't go far. The water will boil for a short while, and then you proceed. So guys, I think the water is now boiled. I don't think you can see it's well boiled. Once it starts boiling well like this, you can now add the rice. Remember, we had measured well. Then we mix it like that. And then we're also going to cover it again, then allow this to cook for some time. We'll be back after the rice has cooked to show how it's looking. So we'll come back after a short while. This is a very good resting place for a spoon. You can always leave it here if you have this type of cooking pots. If you don't have this type, you can always put it on the side. Hello guys, we are back. I think we can now look at what our pilau is looking like. You can see the water is draining off pole pole. So we'll just do this and ensure that we have a very good final result. You can see this. So this is going to continue for some time until this water drains off completely. We want the pilau to cook well. This. You can now see that. So we are going to regulate our heat well, so that it is not too high and it's not too low. It's a bit still high. Let me use something. Make sure that your hands don't burn. Just regulate it gently. Perfect. So once you regulate, you allow this to cook for some time. It's just going to take a few minutes and it will be ready. But always remember that when you're preparing pilau, we had mentioned the spices already. We had talked over the rice itself. If you're doing 2 cups of rice, use 2 cups of water. We had talked over the tomato paste that we normally use. Personally, I do a mixture of both tomato paste and the fresh tomatoes. I blend them in a very good paste. Then I come up with a blend of both. I would like getting the taste of both in the pilau when it finally cooks. But now also another trick of very good pilau is having enough onions, having enough cooking oil, and then don't put too much salt. So as we continue, I think you can see we are going to reduce the heat again. With pilau, it always sticks. Because of the spices we use, it always sticks on the cooking pot. So the sticking is not quite an issue. That way. So we're going to reduce this heat. Kabisa, you can now see the water is draining well. You're going to reduce it kabisa, then allow it to cook. Then we'll come back when we are about to serve it for you to enjoy. You can see what is coming out of it. And the aroma is amazing, it's nice. We do not put too much of the pilau masala, so it brings out a nice color of the pilau. Not too dark, not too light. This is a perfect mix. So we'll cover it just to finish up, as now we need to prepare. You know, you cannot eat pilau just by itself. Most people love having pilau with some nice kachumbari on the side. So I have a tomato, I have an onion, then I have some salt, I have vinegar here. Then I have this lemon, or what we call ndimu. So I'm going to do that. Kwa wale wako nyumbani na nataka kuzikiza kwa lugha ya Kiswahili, tuko na nyanya na tuko na kitunguu maji, alafu tuko na ndimu, and then pia tuko na vinegar na tuko na chumvi. So we are going to cut this like this. Thin rings first. After that, we can bring them back into very nice smaller cubes like that. Like that. Also take this. The chopping has to be very precise and nice because with kachumbari you don't need bigger chunks. Like that, smaller cubes. Put this on the side. The same applies to the tomato, like that. We're just going to put them here. We'll mix them. When you do the plating, we'll serve differently. But for the purposes of mixing, we're going to put them here. You can use this edge of the table. Just do that. It's very fast and very easy. You can do that. If there are any pieces that you feel are not well chopped, you can now chop them at this time. So I'm going to put that on the side. Then I'm going to put on the side here. I'm going to put a bit of vinegar, like that. After the vinegar, I'll add some salt, just a little bit. Don't put too much of it. And remember, not everybody eats pili pili. So, unless wow, this is nice. Looks really good. Not too dark, not too light, not too spicy. Just well balanced for a good dish. So I'll put this here, like this. I can switch off this because we are actually done cooking the So guys, this is it. We have prepared a very nice, delicious dish of pilau, and we have done with something on the side, kachumbari, which you can always take as an escort or as an accompaniment to this pilau. I know you can do this at home. I know you can do this, and you can do it very well if you follow the steps that we have done. So guys, this is Tupike. This is Hamadi Murila from I Cook You Eat. And always welcome to KTN to watch this and many other shows coming. Remember to hit us up on Instagram, I Cook You Eat _KM, or Facebook, I Cook You Eat. Find us on TikTok, find us on YouTube with I Cook You Eat _KM. And we are always going to interact with you, share with you what we do in terms of weddings, birthdays, anniversaries, funerals, and everywhere else that good food is needed. Asanteni sana. See you on the next show of I Cook You, of Tupike with I Cook You Eat. And